Okay, pardon me. I have some little tea here. I have a cold and had to wear a heavy shirt here in California. What the hell's going on there? Anyway, I'm going to do my top 10 films of 2017. These are not necessarily my favorite films. That list would duplicate some of this, but there are other films that I liked. I probably enjoyed more, but I thought these were the better films, and probably put me closer in line with the major critics and the films that will be hitting award seasons. There's a number of films that I didn't see, like Get Out, Call Me by Your Name, and a few others that I'm going to try to catch up on. But when I go to the theater, I like to see, like, you know, I guess what you call a quality film, and then see something which is going to be like, I don't have to turn my brain on. I can just sit there and enjoy it, which those would be on my favorite list. But here we're going to go with the top 10 real quickly. I might make a few comments. I might just go down. Logan Lucky, which was early this year. Adam Driver as the brother is absolutely outstanding. It's a heist film. I also want to plug Daniel Craig in a very non-James Bond role. It's a lot of fun, and surprising, very warm, heartwarming. A lot of stuff about family relationships, trust, and a fun film that I highly recommend. Darkest Hour is number 9. I went back and forth between this and Dunkirk, which is my number 8 film. They're almost companion pieces. Darkest Hour, of course, Gary Oldman is absolutely brilliant as Winston Churchill. Shows him becoming a prime minister and having to deal with what will become known as a Dunkirk. And the rescue of almost all of the British Army at that time. And Dunkirk, of course, is the rescue itself. So I don't know which one you should see first if you haven't seen either one, but definitely I think you appreciate what really happened and what this meant to England at the time if you see both films. I highly recommend both. Number 7, I just saw this weekend, was I, Tanya, which jumped up onto the list and pushed another film off the listing. Margot Robbie is absolutely brilliant. It's humorous, and I know people have trouble, not to give anything away, where the characters break the fourth wall and speak to the audience. But I think it's great. Has sort of a documentary feel, and I don't think most of us realized exactly what Tanya Harding went through in her early life. As she said, she became the punchline in a joke, and this is a woman who really came from practically nothing, and became a world class skater. And it's unfortunate that due to the people around her, she plummeted so quickly, and it did destroy her life. But anyways, I highly recommend that, and just for Margot Robbie's performance, and everyone else is so good. Number 6, Lady Bird, a small independent film, a coming of age. The mother in Lady Bird it's about relationships. A young girl is going through high school and trying to find herself or sort of create herself. And she wants to go to college, and her mother is not quite the monster that you see in Mother and I, Tonya, but is, as opposed to being physically abusive, is emotionally abusive, and there's no encouragement from the mother. And fortunately, as I said, it's very sensitive, and I think I just recommend it. I think it's absolutely great. Number 5, I was happy to throw in an animated film, Coco. I cried during this. The music is fabulous. The color, the animation, everything. The characters are. It's a lot of fun. Kids will love it. Adults will get a lot out of it. It's about family. It's about love. It's about remembering. Sorry. And it's about moving on but moving on, but never forgetting. Sorry about that. Anyways, number 4 is Three Billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri, which is another really good film. I recommend. Again, it's about families, what they do to each other, and growth. People debated the end of the film. I thought it was okay, but I see where people would have a problem with it. Again, not to give anything away, but it really is good. I highly recommend it, and it's certainly deserving of all the awards and nominations that it's getting. Number 3, Baby Driver, which came out, oh dear, earlier this year, sometime during the summer. I saw it back in July during Comic-Con, and boy, it's good. The music is fantastic. Well written, a lot of action. And the music, in a way, becomes almost a character. It's part of the film. The film would not be the same without it. I think one of the problems with this film, not in box office, but in what's going to happen when it comes to nominations, is the fact that one of the co-stars of the film is Kevin Spacey. And I think people who may have voted for this film are going to think about Spacey, and this is going to affect it, which is unfortunate, because if this had come out last year, it wouldn't have been a thought. And again, this is not to forgive what Spacey did, because he but as I say, I hope this doesn't really screw up the awards that this film deserves for writing. Number 2 is Wind River. Jeremy Renner. You forget, if you're only familiar with him from playing Hawkeye in the Avengers films, he's more than that. Just as when he was in Arrival last year, this guy is a great actor, and he really does. I mean, this film it's brutal. It's another film that has a lot to do with family, love, moving on, trying to reconcile the past, and it's a slow build murder mystery. And the final maybe half hour of this film, wow, it is amazing, and incredible, an incredible scene that almost comes out of nowhere, although in some ways you expect it. Number 1, yeah, okay, I was more than happy to shove one or two other films out of the way to put this up there, because this was one of my favorite films of this year, even though it came out so much early, and I hope it gets its recognition. Logan. Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart bid a fond and memorable farewell to the characters they created over a decade ago. You really should see this. And that's it. Again, I really think this is the film that should break the barrier into of superhero films and making them acceptable to the crowd that votes for these awards. Anyways, that's it. Once again, go down really quickly so I can get this over with and try to post it. We're going to have number 10 was Logan Lucky. 9, Darkest Hour. 8, Dunkirk. 7, I, Tonya. 6, Lady Bird. 5, Coco. 4, 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri. 3, Baby Driver. 2, Wind River. 1 is Logan. Really sorry to have kicked it and War of the Planet of the Apes and Atomic Blonde off the list to get these others in, but it was down to 10. I may do another video about some of my favorite films and some of the films that I didn't hit on the list. And I hope I kept this short enough, and we'll see you on the other side. Peace out.